Well, good morning, campers. So, us drifters are not drifting so much at the moment. We are still here in Stockport at the moment. Not that we haven't been drifting. As you've seen from our previous videos, we've been, floating about Ireland and Scotland and Wales, and I think we've been in every direction from our hometown. And yeah, we've had to come back here now to the town sort of 3 times for either this reason or that reason, or get this fixed or do that. And we have fixed a lot of stuff on the road, but we did get the good news that my passport that should have been here over a month ago it's coming Friday. Apparently it's going to be delivered to the Irish London Consulate Embassy, so we'll be able to pick that up soon. We are leaving Stockport on Friday. We're going to head down towards the Hef Festival that we've spoken about, which the kids are looking forward to, so we can have a good 5 days down there, and then we'll leave. The plan was always to leave for the 1st of February and head to Europe, so I am looking forward to going to the Normandy landings. It's something I've read about and researched a lot for the years, and I've always wanted to see it for myself, so we shall be there. Fingers crossed that everything goes to plan. I don't know if everybody's seen, there was a documentary a couple of weeks ago on BBC Two. It was about Alcoholics Anonymous, and it's the first time I've ever seen anything televised like that, but I've never really spoken about it that much on camera, or generally to, I know it's not something I always talk about all the time to people, but I'm a member of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I have been for, it'll be 7 years in March that I actually joined there, because my life turned upside down completely. 6 and a bit years ago, I was lost, completely lost, emotionally bankrupt, didn't know where to turn. I had a lovely family, a good job, nice house, nice car, all the rest of them shenanigans that go into sort of modern day society, and from the outside everything looked good, but inside I was dying. I was falling apart. I didn't believe that anybody ever felt like I did, or that they've been to the lows that I've been since I was younger. When I left school, I obviously didn't have any GCSEs or anything. I was very focused on becoming a Royal Marine Commando, and I went through the mill, and did all my stuff like everyone else does that joins up, and I joined the Royal Marine Commandos. I was going through my training, and I'd obviously stopped drinking at that point. I was like an athlete. I was immensely fit, super fit, but then obviously I started drinking again, and it's no one else's fault to blame but mine, basically, for ruining my own military career by killing the desire inside to carry on. Still carry some of the commando ethos inside me, with the laughing in the face of adversity and stuff like that, and I thought it would help me conquer things in life, but you know what, if I'm honest, alcohol brought me to my knees, destroyed me inside emotionally. I was a functioning alcoholic. I never even believed I was an alcoholic until obviously I went there and learned what one is, and the network of friends that I've got now are absolutely amazing. We'll be friends till the end. It's people that we can talk to. I've got people I can talk to about how I feel, or I can be open and honest, and I don't have to wear a mask anymore. I can just be me. I never knew who I was, even when I was, in the house and stuff like that. It was despair. But you know what? It's not like that anymore. I'm not in despair anymore. I'm not suicidal anymore, because I've probably tried every form of that there is. But I've turned it round with help, and it's absolutely amazing. Life feels amazing, it does. But if you don't open your mouth and talk to somebody and tell them how you feel, you can, from my experience, I never spoke to anybody. I always just tried to pull my own socks up and, put your chin up and shoulders back and stop being such a wimp and things like that. But I think now, as time's gone by, and we're in 2023 now, it's become a bit more recognised that that's not the way to go. You know, I've come across a lot of people in my life as well that are dead now, or they've killed themselves because they didn't see any way out. Exactly like I was. You know, utter despair. Nobody understands. The walls felt like they were closing in, but it wasn't until I reached out for help and just said, you know what, I'm done. I don't know what to do. It's quite strange having the feeling of being so open, but you know what? Sometimes being so open can it can help other people. That's the aim of the game, really. Now, obviously, I live my life, but I get so much joy from helping somebody else in despair. I do offer my number out to people, you know, that I come across in my sort of Alcoholic Anonymous circles. Obviously, no names involved or anything like that, but you know, and if they ring me in despair and they're upset and they're crying, just like I was at the beginning, I can't do this. I don't know what to do, you know, but I got through it, and it helps other people to get through it. And I never imagined that I would then be the guy on the phone, you know, years down the line, that people can ring and say, Sam, I don't know what to do, and you know, there's this, there's that, and they tell me all the like life problems, but all I'm offering is a solution to that. It's a process that you know that you go through it. Anyone can go through it. Anybody can go through it. You know, it's not just as alcoholic people. It works for everybody. We have a sister fellowship called Al-Anon for people that my friends and family of, you know, people that were doing what I was doing. The path of destruction that I was doing to my wife and kids was, I never seen it. I never seen what I was doing. But obviously now, with all them problems, all that despair, all that heartache, all them suicide attempts, all them times in hospitals and using services, and you know, that's now my strongest asset into helping somebody else. It's real life. I've met a few people on the road, you know, that I just talk to, and they're in despair, and we just sit down and we have a chat, and they're like, oh God, I never talked like this to anybody, and it's great. It's great. It's good for them, and it's good for me to be able to listen, just to listen, and it's what sets people free. But I can't help anybody that doesn't want help. Can't force it down anybody's neck. You know, it's a decision you have to make yourself. In the end, you know, them years ago, in the end, there was no way out for me. It was death. So I thought, that's what was in my head. You know, I ended up jumping off a bridge because I couldn't come back and say I was sorry. I've done it again. I used to wake up in strange places all the time and didn't know how I'd got there. I'd spent all my money. It was awful. I was just like a spinning loop. I was stuck on a spinning loop, and then I'd come back and I'd say, oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. I promise you. And then, boom, do it again. And then, I'm sorry. It went on for years. I have destroyed an aspect of Rebecca's life, but you know, that girl, she stuck by me, and I have said to her, why didn't you leave, or you know, why didn't you cut one? And she said she loved me, and that's all that really matters in this world, is the love we have for each other, you know. And these feelings, this stuff, you can't buy it. You know, I could have I could have 20 million pounds in the bank. It wouldn't be able to buy me the feelings that I have now inside me, and the connections that I have, because it's all for free. You know, Alcoholics Anonymous isn't supported by any corporate firm or anything like that. It's people helping people. We pay for our own tea and coffee and stuff like that. It's absolutely amazing, and it was amazing to see that they'd actually televised it on BBC Two, anonymously. They changed faces digitally and things like that. But it's something that's not really talked about on any of my videos. I don't know why. Because I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of who I am today. You know, I'm glad I'm alive. Because if I wouldn't have sought help, I would be dead, 100%. God, it looks like the battery's flickering on this already. I think it's the cold on the camera. But I don't always know the purpose of having my little chats with the camera sometimes. I think just saying how you feel sometimes to somebody. You know, if you're going through some kind of drama or divorce or whatever it is you're going through, as long as you just, you know, ring a friend that you can trust and say, you know what, and get your feelings out, then generally other doors will open that you never even imagined were there. And a lot of the time you end up saying your own problems, and but just sounding it through somebody else and having them listen and not telling you what to do, but, you know, maybe suggesting, have you looked at it like this, it can bring you on tenfold. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't do that. They keep it all to themselves, and they kill themselves, and it's such a shame. Especially our forces, our armed forces. You know, I've got people close to me in my life that were armed forces, and there's some demons there, but they don't want to face them, and I can't make them face it. But you know, unless they open up, you have to open up about how you feel about anything, even if you think it's stupid, or if you're going to ring someone and you think, I don't know what to say, just press that number anyway, just press call, and you know what, that it'll come out by itself. So I never imagined that there was help out there, but you know what, there is, and the world is a good place, and there's a lot of good people in there. But when you're in a negative mind space, everything's just bad around you, and life is crap. But you know what? It's not. There is another way. There is a brighter side. There really is, no matter what you're going through. But yeah, it's definitely not doom and gloom. Put it that way. I thought everything was over. If I stop drinking, if I stop going out boozing, and how am I going to live my life? How am I going to go anywhere, do anything, see anybody? I'm going to be boring. It's not the case. My whole life's a million times better. I wouldn't change it. And yeah, onwards and upwards. So I'll just keep doing what I do and keep myself well, you know, keep a watch on my behaviours and how I am with people. Luckily I can do that now. You know, I can see if I'm being an arse, and I can correct it. I have the ability to say sorry, and it's just a matter of watching that every day, you know, one day at a time. You know, I don't live in the future, and I certainly don't live in the past. So life is life at the minute, and it's absolutely great. So yeah, I am really looking forward to getting into Europe and just meeting. I just love meeting people and having mad conversations, and yeah, it's all good. So yeah, I think I've rabbited on enough now. So I shall leave it there, and I'm going to go and help my sister actually while I'm here in my hometown at the minute. I'm going to go and help her get some stuff for her house, and yeah, just try and be as helpful as I can to people, and money can't buy that. It's amazing. So I'll speak to you all probably from somewhere down country. Alright, see you later.